Hello everybody, welcome to another top 5 video. Today we're going to be doing the poison typing. It's my fifth least favorite, just above electric actually. They're very close. I had a hard time picking between them. But I do find poison just slightly more effective than electric. With the weaknesses to psychic and ground, and the only thing it's good against fairy and grass. I don't find much use for it, just maybe a move or two. Like give one Pokemon a move from it just so I can have that advantage over fairies. That's the only reason it's really popular now, and I don't like poison types for that reason. That's really the only thing they got for going for them. So we're gonna start out with this video. Um, I actually need to write down what the order is of the Pokemon that I wrote down that I'm gonna pick. I'm gonna get this done real quick. Okay, so the order is set. The nominees are in. So here we're gonna go with number 5, which is one that I actually haven't used too much. It's Croagunk. Now the reason Croagunk makes this list is not the fact that I've used it much. I mean, I really like the design. I like the typing, fighting poison. This gives me kind of like the frog thing going on with it. It's good. I feel like it's a good design. Mostly why I like Croagunk so much is because of Brock's Croagunk in the anime. The thing frickin' was killer, man. You haven't seen any anime stuff, go look at it. He's constantly keeping Brock from making a fool of himself around women. So he's a great Pokemon. He's also really strong. He blocked in the Darkrai movie. He blocked one of the meteors coming down. So he's pretty strong Croagunk. Not gonna lie. So Brock's Croagunk, definitely number 5. Now this is gonna be an odd pick for me, and not just because it has odd in its name, but it's oddish. And Oddish has a very actually good reason why I got it. Because the first shiny Pokemon I ever caught was a shiny Oddish. So this has to be a shiny Oddish. That has to be shiny Oddish. Nothing else can fill it. And actually, this Oddish I caught in, I think it was my second playthrough of Fire Red. Random encounter just outside Cerulean City up the coast to go into Bills, and I found a shiny green Oddish, and I wanted it. I caught it and I trained it. I transferred it up to Diamond and Pearl. Transferred it. I think that's as far as I got it, and I had it fully evolved into a Blossom because I thought it looked cooler than the Vileplume. I was so excited to actually catch it. It was my first shiny, and I'll always remember it, and I'll always be thankful for it. And that's why it makes this list on just nostalgia itself. Breaking into the top 3, we actually have Pokemon that I've used and actually like because I've used them, and this is Roserade. Now, why Roserade ranks here? I do like the shiny color better. Just that's my personal preference. But Roserade ranks here because I always had a Badoo in my playthrough of um, Diamond and Pearl, and I never actually got it to Roserade until the last time I did it. And I loved Roserade. It's good competitive Pokemon. I find it's good competitive. It's got good special attack, and the rest of the stats are decent. Only lacking attack and defense, but just give it the boost in defense and it's fine. Got a good move set here, making use of a lot of special moves and not many physical moves. So it's a really good Pokemon. I like it. Also, Gardenia has it on her team, and it's her ace, and I really like it for that reason too. It's pretty epic in the anime. Now, picking between 1 and 2 was a hard choice for me because I love both of these Pokemon. I've used them for a long time, but I have to go with one over the other, and that's going to give Nidoqueen number 2. And I used Nidoqueen not very much at the beginning when I first started, but I've used it. I used it a little bit because I caught a Nidoking and I caught a Nidoran boy and a Nidoran girl. Let me get it right here. And I've evolved both of them fully, and I didn't like. I taught my Nidoking a lot more moves, and I taught it TMs, and Nidoqueen didn't really get much, so I didn't use it. And then recently I found that Nidoqueen, I liked the moves, the stats, more on Nidoqueen than I did on Nidoking, and I started using it more, and I'm using it in my current playthrough of Yellow, and I love the thing. It's called Nequodin, good name, and just so you know, it's Nequodin. Quoden. So it's just Nidoqueen backwards. Thank you. Crap, I can't remember. Munching Orange. That's who it is. He was the one who got me started on that. And so before I go to my number one pick, I have to give some honorable mentions that fought hard for Croagunk and Oddish's spot at the end, but eventually those two won out. Dragalage, the poison dragon type, really cool typing. I like it for that reason. I don't really like the design that much. Kind of reminds me of seaweed and brown seaweed at that. So not really. That's why I didn't get on. And also, Beedrill has a great mega form that I actually enjoy watching people use and love seeing it. I love Beedrill because it's one of the basic bug Pokemon, and you get at the beginning. It's also a poison type, which is really effective if you're trying to beat Brock and you want to use stat moves. So it helps. It also comes in handy at Erica's gym once you get there, if you ever have a Beedrill that long. But alright, now done with that, we're going to move on to number one. So this Pokemon, it's really been through a lot with me, and it's Tentacruel. So it's not going to sugarcoat anymore. Now when I first saw Tentacruel, it was in the anime. No, I don't like the shiny at all. When I first saw Tentacruel was in the anime. It was the Tentacruel episode, the first ones they did. And Tentacruel was a giant mass forming. It was huge, it was mega, and it was awesome. And I wanted one, and I caught one. I caught a Tentacruel on one of my first playthroughs of Fire Red. I used it until I decided to make it a Monochrome Fire team, and I traded everything away, and Tentacruel still stayed in there. Tentacruel, the only reason I used it in my party was for Surf. And yeah, but I still love the thing. And it took me a while to get back into using Tentacruel and Tentacruel. I didn't use it Gen 2, Gen 3, but when Gen 4 came out, I started going around fighting stuff. I'm like, I thought about getting Peplup, and I didn't. I'm like, there'll be plenty of water types that I'll like. And went around, and I couldn't find any that I really, really liked. And then I found a Tentacool. But I'm like, I can use a Tentacool. I love using Tentacool, and I had fond memories of it, so I picked it up and used it, and Tentacruel stayed through me with my entire playthrough of that game, and I loved using it. And it really made that game enjoyable. So that's why it ranked so high on my list, and that's why it's one of my favorite poison types. So if you enjoyed this video, please like, please comment below to let me know what favorite poison types you have, and let me know if you agree with my list or disagree with my list. I'm assuming a lot of people will disagree, mostly because the picks on Croagunk and Oddish, as they are not very popular, and both are first stage evolutions, as the other three are final. So just let me know, and please subscribe for more videos that are coming out by me. I'm thinking about doing another one today, but I'm not certain what I'm going to do. I might make another top 5 video. I might do another trainer talk video, but yeah, I'm not certain yet. But subscribe and turn your notifications on so that way you can stay updated with videos from me. But until next time, I'm Chaos May 006. I'll smell you later.